everyone, this is Shara of YellowYum and welcome to another YellowMum video. It's a different video now because I won't be talking about my pregnancy anymore. It's a different video now because I won't be talking about my pregnancy anymore. I have already given birth last February 19 to my precious little daughter. I am officially a parent. It's kind of overwhelming. Up until now, it still hasn't really sunk that much because there's just too much going on. That's why I wasn't able to do any videos last month, and I wasn't really regularly blogging as well because I'm trying to be very hands-on with her, and that means feeding her every 2 hours or so. So I'm usually tired when I have free time. When she's sleeping, I try to also take a power nap or do something else. So I wanted to talk about my birthing experience. I'll try to do a postpartum video next time, but this video I will be talking about my birthing experience. So let's start with the night before I gave birth. So February 18, my husband and I went to dinner. We had a buffet for dinner. So when we went home, I was already very full. At around 2 in the morning or 2:30, I already felt some stomach aches, but I thought that it was just because of the food that we ate or because I was really full. But around 4:30 in the morning, I felt this sudden gush of water coming out, and I immediately told my husband and ran to the hospital. I thought that it was my water bag, so we went straight to the hospital. I gave birth at Cardinal Santos Medical Center here in San Juan. The doctor checked me right away because I told her about the water, and she informed me that it wasn't my water bag. My water bag is still intact and I was still okay. But since I was already 3 centimeters dilated, and at that time I was already 40 weeks pregnant, which is really full term already, and I have to give birth soon, she decided to admit me. So we were admitted and we got a room and just waited for me to progress. However, it took so many hours already and I wasn't progressing very fast. At around 3 p.m, my OBGYN visited me in my room, and when she checked me, I was just 5 centimeters dilated then. If you didn't know, you have to be 10 cm dilated for you to actually start pushing. So she told me that if at 6 p.m. I still didn't progress, she would have to augment me. That means it's kind of like inducing your labor. So at around 6 p.m. I was transferred to my labor room, and she started augmenting me and I started labor. And labor was so painful. I've already heard about labor stories before, how painful it was, but it's different when you're there experiencing it. It was the most painful experience I've had in my life, physically. My contractions were already 2 minutes apart, and it was really painful. So at around I think 6 centimeters, I was already asking for an epidural. I knew that I wanted to get an epidural if it was becoming really burdensome for me, because I didn't want the whole birthing experience to be traumatizing. But my doctor was very supportive. She was with me the entire time I was in labor, and she was coaching me and trying to give me strength and telling me that I can do it. But I really couldn't. I wanted to cry. It was so painful. So I was transferred to the delivery room, and they gave me the epidural, which helped me a lot because immediately I felt the difference. However, at 7 centimeters, my daughter's heartbeat or heart rate was going down. Her normal heart rate was around 150 to 160, but around 7 centimeters, it became 80 plus. So that was quite scary, and my doctor advised to get a cesarean section or a C-section because she was afraid that if we risk it and wait for the 3 centimeters and wait for 3 more hours, we are risking the baby's life. So I said yes. I was in tears, not because I was getting a CS. I wasn't really particular about it. I knew that if it was necessary, I would do it. But I was crying because I was scared. I saw that her heart rate was going down and it just scared me. The reason why the heart rate of my baby was dropping was because of cord coil. So when they cut me open, they actually had to remove the umbilical cord around her neck before taking her out. And I guess it's a blessing in disguise because when they took out my baby, they saw that that she already pooped inside me, and that's actually very poisonous to the mom if it's not removed. So they had to vacuum or just remove all the dirt and poop inside me, and that's all I remember because they started the general anesthesia already. The next thing I knew was I was already hearing my baby crying, and she was already out. And then I again fell asleep, and the next time I woke up, the nurse was already asking me if I wanted my daughter to be latched, and of course I wanted that, so that's what they did. However, I again fell asleep. I didn't really know if she latched on or what. I fell asleep. The next episode was I was already in the recovery room, and they said that everything went perfectly. My daughter was already in the nursery, and I just needed to recover for about 4 hours, and then I'll be transferred back to my room. During that time, my daughter was brought to me once more because I had to feed her, I had to nurse her, and then at around 4 a.m. Of February 20, I was already brought back to my room. So they told me that I gave birth at 10 p.m. the night before, so that's February 19, and she was 7 pounds and 50 cm long, which wasn't really a surprise because my husband and I are both tall. So yeah, that was basically my birthing story. To be honest, I didn't really have a lot of connections with my baby right away just because I was asleep. I didn't really know what was going on, and everything was a little bit hazy, and I was groggy the entire time I was in the delivery room and I was in the recovery room. So the day after, I couldn't really move a lot because of the wounds. So I was just in bed, and the nurse would bring my baby to me if she needed nursing. And then we accepted the room in service, so my baby was roomed in the day after she was born, and my husband was with me, so he helped a lot because I couldn't really move. I couldn't do anything. We stayed in the hospital for about 3 more days. February 22 was when we were discharged, and we finally got to come home. And everything changed. My life definitely changed. My husband's as well. Now our lifestyle is different. We usually go out every day, but now, especially during the first month, I just stayed home with my baby. We're fortunate that we have help, so I get to also take a nap in the afternoon or something, or do something else other than just watching my baby. She has grown beautifully, and I'm just very, very thankful that everything went smoothly. But you know, when they say that everything fades when you see your baby, I guess it's true, because now, even maybe 2 days after, I didn't feel the pain anymore. It wasn't a big deal anymore. I just think of my baby and I know that everything's worth it. And up until now, even though it's very tiring and I'm always sleepy and we don't get to go out, or I don't get to go out, I know that everything's worth it because she's worth it. So now that I'm a mom, there will be a lot of changes in my life, my lifestyle, and my priorities. It's very exciting and scary because I know that I'm now responsible for a human being, and so far I hope that I am doing well. Like what I mentioned, I'll try to do postpartum video soon. So I hope that you did enjoy this video. I know that it's all talk, but I just wanted to share what happened because I know that a lot of my viewers are also expectant moms. So at least you know what's gonna happen. This is real life. This is reality. I'm just talking about what happened and not really sugarcoating anything. So yeah, again, for YellowMum Adventures, I will still be posting more, blogging about my motherhood and everything else. Visit YellowYum.com, and don't forget to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter and subscribe for more videos. Bye!